Okay, so where are we? So we've talked about first differences between uh, these values. So 2 minus 8 gives you the first difference would be negative 6. 0 minus 2 would be negative 2. 2 minus 0, 2. 8 minus 2, 6. And then you use these first differences to figure out your second differences. So in this case, your second differences are all 2. So for a quadratic relation, y equals ax squared plus bx plus c, the second differences are constant, but not 0, right? So in our case here, we have second differences are 2, okay? So they're all constant, but not 0. So anything you noticed from your uh, graphs? So as you remember, we first draw like y equals x squared, which is our parent graph, right? From that, we deviate to different types of graphs, right? To different a values. So for example, if a is greater than 0, so we can get 2 or 5, right? So for example, here, the blue one shows you y equals 2x squared. The right one is y equals to x squared, and the blue one is y equals to 2x squared. The orange one is y equals to 5x squared. So what have you noticed? It's kind of like the opening is getting narrower and narrower, right? As the number of a increased. What if you have a negative a value? For example, negative 1. So here we have the the black one shows you y equals to negative x squared. Green one is y equals to negative 2 squared, and purple one is y equals to negative 5 squared, x squared. Similarly, we draw like um, when a is uh, greater than 0, when a is like smaller than 1, right? So for example, when um, a is 0.5, okay? So it's opening like a little bit larger than 1 equals x squared, right? And then when a is 0.2, what about 0.1? It's getting larger and larger. The opening is getting larger and larger, right? So similarly, if we kind of give a negative value instead, so negative 0.5, it's kind of like the upside down of positive 0.5, right? So you kind of like flip it over across the x-axis. And y equals negative 0.2 x squared, okay? So when the value of a is positive, so a is greater than 0, the parabola opens upward, and the second differences are positive. Okay, so if you have your second differences which are positive, then you have a positive a value, and then your parabola is opening upward. When the value of a is negative, so in this case, these cases, right, the parabola opens downward and the second differences are negative. So what about we have b value other than 0? So for example, plus 2, negative 2, plus 5, negative 4. What about, this is b value, c value, right? So this is our constant value. What about b? So we have plus 2x plus 2, or plus 5x plus 2, or minus 4x and plus 2. What about minus 6x plus 2? So as you can see here, if we have plus 2, all of them are kind of like intersect at this point, which is 0, 2, 0.02, right? And then for this b value, it's kind of like showing how the graph is shifted, right? So either to shift it towards left side or shift towards the right side, okay? So changing the value of b changes the location of the line of symmetry of the parabola. So remember, the line of symmetry is kind of the middle line that dissects this parabola into two mirror images, right? Two halves. So when b is greater than 0, the line of symmetry is on the left side of y-axis. So then you have minus 4x, right? B is plus 4x, right? So you have a greater than 0 b value. So the line of symmetry is on the left side of the y-axis, right? So when, for example, here plus 2x, right? Your line of symmetry is over here, which on the left side of the x-axis. When you have a negative b value, your line of symmetry is on the right side of the x-axis. Okay, sorry, y-axis. For your constant c, the constant c is the value of the y-intercept of the parabola, right? So when c is greater than 0, the parabola moves upward, and c smaller than 0, the parabola moves downward. So c is a easier one, right? An easier one. So for today's assessment, you're going to do a quiz for practice, and also you have a homework for practice as well. So they're all assessment as learning, which to kind of test out how much you've got from this lesson and anything you still have questions. So you can ask questions in the question discussion forum.